Okay, now we're up to 1904, and I'm going to pause this because we have several things to look at. Down on my southern route, you can see he's coming back with not a full load of fuel. Now he serves Norfolk, currently at 92% on fuel, and Topeka, 74% on fuel. Definitely doesn't have room to bring back 108 more fuel. I don't need that much fuel here. So I've reached the point where I want to connect these two freight terminals and start shifting product back and forth between them via truck and distributing them through my towns. So I'm going to build a road over here. I don't really care if I shared. Later on, there's going to be a lot of civilian traffic back and forth here, so I don't really care if I duplicate that road because it's just, we're going to slow each other down. I don't have the need for congested traffic, and neither do the POVs. Now once I get closer here, we're just going to have to double this up and have trucks going on the road to both locations. So I'll just have that join in right here. Let's see. I don't really want a hardcore intersection as far as right turns, slow down, all that kind of thing for right now. Let's do that. So what we'll do with this is this freight terminal will start sending food over here, and this freight terminal will start sending oil over there, which should greatly increase the demand on the train line and and it should allow them to carry back more product. And then, like I said, I'll have to monitor it and see if I have to add a third train on either line to meet the demand. I kind of expect if I don't right away, I will in the future. But I'm adding additional demand for heating oil here. Anchorage is currently at 61. Virginia Beach is at 45. So I'm just these two towns alone could max out my ability to bring back heating oil. And when you consider the fact that there's a time lag from when it gets back to when it gets distributed and run to town, I may have to add a third train. If not, these trains will definitely be running full both ways, and it's going to be glorious. So what I need to do now is add in trucks, because this route, I have to create the route. Here's something else I'm going to want to do. In both cases, hopefully it can fit. I have 3 different routes connected to both of them. Let me just increase their size. And like I said, hopefully it lets me do that. If you ever build a terminal or anything that you want to increase in size or capacity, you want to make your rail line longer. It's only 2 rail lines, and you want to make it 4, you want to make it 8, or whatever. Here's how you do it. Because if I click on a rail line, you'll notice I have this same little arrow here, and that's your upgrade arrow. So I click here, click on here. Now in this case, it's like, what? There's no options there. What's going on? Just click on that, and then it lets you pick the bigger terminal. And I'll show you in a second how it looks for the railhead. And then make sure you click apply, because if you don't click apply, the change doesn't happen. Now I have 3 cargo bays in here, and since I have 3 different lines being attached, that is more efficient for me. Hopefully I don't have to move this one over any. Nope. Cool. Apply. Now since we're right here, look, I'm not going to change it, but if I wanted to, here's how I'd do it. I click here and it gives me this whole menu just like when I build it. I can change the length. I can add a second street connection if I want to. And I can change the number of tracks. Later on, I think I would also be able to add electricity to it, but I don't think I have that on board in the USA yet, and I won't use it when it comes in. So I think I've made that what I need it to do. Where do I add trucks from? I'll take whichever one, whichever. Well, I guess this is as good as any over here. It doesn't really matter where I add the trucks in. And the other cool thing about this is the trucks I have in this segment in this new line 13, they will, for them, unless I guess my truck's wrong, they're going to be full this way and full this way once my trains start running full capacity. So this truck line should generate a decent amount of income. Let's add my trucks in. Steam lorries, yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now, conceivably, I could build too many trucks. I can't build too few because I'm just shifting freight back and forth. If I build too few, it doesn't matter. If I build too many and they start running empty, then I have to worry about it. And I have one more thing that I have set up, and that is buses. I have the initial Mac bus online and on board. And hang on just a second. I think my daughter just came home and the screen door's locked and she can't get in. I'll be right back in just a second. Okay, I apologize for that, but I had the screen door open when it was cool enough. It's 99 out right now. In case you don't know, I live in Mesquite, Texas. It's still getting hot even in October. Or September. Now my wife's calling. Okay, well, let me just stop here and I'll be back in a little bit and show you what I'm doing on my bus line.